If I ask for the region, you tell me cortex. I prefer you tell me renal cortex. Okay? The renal medulla will be this area. If I point to one of these structures, that's a renal pyramid. And then in between the pyramids, you're going to have what's called the renal column. All right? Then we've got the renal papilla, which is this portion right here, the tip. And you've got a minor calyx, that area, major calyx, that area, the renal pelvis there, the ureter there. Okay? I will also use this model or one of the similar models to ask a question on blood vessels. Even though we already did cardiovascular, it gives me more ammunition to, I don't know, ask stuff. Renal artery, when it branches, what do we call the branching? Segmentals. Segmentals then go in between the pyramids. What do we call that? Interlobar, right?
Yeah.
Then they arch. What do we call the arching? Arcuate arteries. Now the cortical radiate. Listen to what the word says: cortical, cortex, radiate, it radiates out. So arcuate is the arch, cortical radiate radiates outward. All right, and then the cortical radiate turns into the afferent arteriole, which then becomes the glomerulus. Let's go here. This is a blown up portion of it. You'll also see this particular model. Here is my interlobar, arcuate, cortical radiate, afferent arteriole, glomerulus, efferent arteriole. Then it turns into the peritubular capillaries. Then you've got your veins that go back, the cortical radiate vein, arcuate vein, so on and so forth. If I use this, I might ask you about the glomerulus, the glomerular capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, the loop of Henle, the distal convoluted tubule, the collecting duct. All right? So you'll see this guy. You'll also see this guy. I've asked lots of questions. And anything I've already covered on the kidney is fair game here. This shows you the cortical nephrons and the juxtamedullary nephrons, the longer ones. You got the cortex, the arcuate arteries, the cortical radiate arteries right there, the cortical radiate vein, capsule, so on and so forth. Here's my afferent arteriole, glomerulus, efferent arteriole, glomerular capsule. This is part of the proximal convoluted tubule. All right. Then we get into the hoo-hoos and the ha-has. I could ask about the testis, the epididymis, the vas deferens comes up. There's my spermatic cord, the scrotum, the glans penis. All right. We've got the spongy urethra. There's the prostate. There's the prostatic urethra, ejaculatory duct. You got the urinary bladder. If we take a look at this portion of it, here's the prostate, seminal vesicle. That's my vas deferens. It comes around and it turns into the ampulla right here of the vas deferens. Take a look at that guy. You'll see him again. Another model you may see. This model is the only model, I think, that shows the prepuce, the foreskin. So make sure you guys know what the prepuce is.
Should we put foreskin or put...
I guess I'll take foreskin. The glans penis, spongy urethra. And I've got the membranous urethra, the prostatic urethra. There's ejaculatory duct, urinary bladder. This model shows a little bit better the seminal vesicle and the ampulla of the vas deferens there. My spermatic cord is all of this. There's the vas deferens, epididymis, scrotum, testis. This model does a fair representation of the Cowper's or bulbourethral gland, but I like another model further down. I'll show that to you here in a minute. Now, as for the mammary gland, I'm going to show you a picture of the mammary gland that's very similar to the picture you have in your book. And so I won't use a model, I'll use a picture similar to what you have there. All right? Make sure you know areola, the nipple, make sure you